Hello, fellow comic book lovers, collectors, and aficionados. Vin Crew here with another BICH, my back issue comic haul. And yeah, I got a lot of books to get through here. Noticed Dan Kingpin uploaded his video from FallCon. Mine's going to be a couple weeks from now. Sorry, Dan. I'm so far behind on books that it's just ridiculous. But yeah, I got a lot of books here, so let's get cracking here. First stack of books came from a couple of trades I did with some fellow YouTubers. The first one is BMPRT, or Bill. If you haven't checked him out, this guy always seems to be picking up some killer books. Great taste in comics, great taste in artists. Fun to talk to you, Bill. Really appreciate this, and I'd love to do another trade with you if you'd like to in the future. But what Bill ended up sending me was Preacher number 12. Always working on my Preacher. This is the deaths of Jody, TC, and Marie Angel. Angel? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Number 14, which is the first Bob Glover and Freddie Allen. The number 18, which is The Secret of Jesse's Lighter. Kind of cool. See that lighter right on the thing there. Then this one was always one that I've been looking for. I missed the boat on it. Rat Queens number 1, first print. Very cool. So thank you so much, Bill. I really appreciate that. All right, next set of books came from my good friend Evan Leahy. We're always seeming to swap books back and forth. So here's what Evan ended up sending me. The Rocket Raccoon Scotty Young variant number 1. Justice League Dark number 9 with the new team on there with Demon and Deadman and Huntress and whatnot. These are missing in my, these are the Tales of the Teen Titans. What these do, it's a 4-issue series. Everybody's focused on number 1, which is Cyborg, but these went through the origins of the 4 members that people weren't that familiar with. And this is issue number 2, which focuses on Raven, and issue number 3, which focuses on the Changeling or Beast Boy. All right, Harley Quinn number 10 with Batgirl on the cover. Just a beautiful cover. Some Millennium books. I love Millenniums. The DC Millenniums, Marvel Milestones, anything like that. Toy Biz, any of that stuff. Here's Batman number 1. Detective 38, the first Robin. Flash Comics number 1. And Kingdom Come, the reprint of Kingdom Come. This book is something you need to, I would look for this book if you can find it, the DC Millennium. This book's hard to find. And these were the books that really always pique my interest, are Phantom Variants. Now, if you're not familiar with Phantom Variants, what that is it's a group of stores that got together to get some buying power and some leverage. And what they do is and in fact, the store that Evan goes to, Larry's Collectibles, I think it's called, this is the gentleman that started it. And what they do is they can combine all of their buying power and create unique and different covers to books that are coming out. And Larry does on the more hot books or things that he thinks that are going to be hot. And this guy also contributes columns to different speculating sites like Comics Heating Up and Comic Scalper and a couple other ones. So here are some of the Phantom Variants that Evan sent me. The Hack and Slash Son of Samhain, I believe is how you pronounce that, number 1. God Hates Astronauts, number 1. And you can see these are not the normal covers, too, which is really cool. Black Market. And there's the Phantom logo right there. There's the one right there. So that's what you have to look for. Spread number 1, Phantom variant right there. Wayward number 1, Phantom logo right there. This one just came out. Is it Roche or Roche Limit number 1? Phantom logo right up on the top. And then from Boom Studios, Curse, number 1. So mini series, I believe, but there's a Phantom. So thank you, Evan, so much. And I really appreciate that. All right. Getting back to my regular haul now. Still working on the stuff I picked up over the last few months that I never hadn't shown anyone. And so I'm going to focus a little bit now on some magazine or format size books. If you're not familiar with Marvel graphic novels, I really think you should get to know those if you're a collector, at least just in my opinion. Marvel graphic novels, there were 54 of them that came out within the 10-year period, I think from 83 to 93, and there's been some since then. But these are original stories for the most part. There are some reprints, but very seminal storylines in these things, especially number 1, which is the death of Captain Marvel. You've got number 4, the first appearance of New Mutants. Oh my God, the number's escaping me. But the X-Men one with God loves, man kills, on and on and on. So I would really suggest focusing on these if you can pick them up at a good price. Artwork is beautiful in them, on and on and on. So whenever I can, if I find them, I'll pick them up. Here's Marvel graphic novel number 8 from 1983. This is a John Byrne book, and it's called Super Boxers. And Iron Man Crash. This is the first computer-generated Marvel book, from what I'm understanding. It's by Mike Sands, and it came out in 1988, and it's actually on the Epic label. All right, The Punisher, Kingdom Gone. This is number 47, and it came out in 1990, and it's a Chuck Dixon story. This one is actually a hardcover, so pretty cool. Speaking of hardcovers, this is just a beautiful Mike Zeck cover on this. Well, they're both, but this is came out in 1989. This is Punisher Return to Big Nothing. Right there, beautiful, isn't that? Oh. And here, that's the hardcover version. This is the soft cover, which came out a year later. Once again, another Mike Zeck cover on that, but look at that book, huh? All right, and DC also did do some Marvel graphic novels. They did, I think, like 8 of them, maybe. This one is number 2, which came out in 1983, and it's Warlords. This one was really cool. This one, I don't think you're going to be able to pick it up in the on the camera, but this is called Night Cries, and it's from 1992, and it's a Batman story which focuses on a really difficult subject, child abuse, and just a tough story to read, but really well received, and not that easy to find. So if you can find Batman Night Cries, I'd suggest trying to pick that up. This one was kind of cool. This is called Batman Digital Justice. Just like the Iron Man Crash, this, I understand, was the first digital DC book that came out in 1990. And it does have a digital Joker on there. I think maybe, yeah, right there. You can see digital Joker right there. So those are kind of cool. All right. Keeping this rolling here. Like I said, I got a lot of books to go through. This here is kind of interesting. This, a lot of people know, this is Astonishing Tales number 6. This is the first appearance of Bobby Morris, who becomes Mockingbird, who is going to show up in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She becomes this lady right here, and these 2 books are really becoming sought after. This is her first appearance. This is her first appearance as Mockingbird. However, people need to have this book on their radar, in my opinion. This is called Marvel Super Action, and it's a one-shot which came out in 1976. The reason I'm suggesting this with the Mockingbird stuff is that in this book is the first appearance of a character called Huntress, who actually is Bobby Morris, who before she becomes Mockingbird, she is Huntress, which is an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. also. But not only is this her first appearance, but also in this book, this is the 4th appearance of Punisher, and it's the 2nd appearance of Dominique Fortune. So a lot of stuff going on in this book, and it's really one I would suggest putting on your radar. But once again, the Huntress, who is Bobby Morris before she becomes Mockingbird. I hope that makes sense. All right. Okay, so this one I think we all know about by now. Wolverine number 80. They're claiming that to be the first appearance of X-23. Pick it up if you can find it in the dollar fodder, because I think it's going to end up there again in a month from now. But This is a book seen on a few people's videos, and it really piqued my interest. This is Marvel Age number 99. And the reason I'm suggesting this book is that it has a 7-page preview of the Infinity Gauntlet. And so, as we all know, that book is really garnering some attention, and rightfully so. So I would suggest picking this up. So, all right. This book here, Marvel Superheroes number 10 from the 2nd series. Why am I showing you this book? Well, the reason I'm showing, if you can see right here, Miss Marvel versus Sabretooth. This story, this book, this version of it came out in 1992. However, this story, which was written by Chris Claremont, was supposed to be Miss Marvel 24 off of her first series. However, they canceled this series and they shelved the story until it was released here. So it's a Chris Claremont story. It was supposed to be for the Miss Marvel series of the original series. And not only that, but in this book too is Mike Mignola art. So quite a little bit of stuff going on in there. I hope that made sense on how I... Oh, and it's also part of... This is a tie-in to Avengers Annual number 10 with Rogue. So a lot going on in this book once again. Tie into Avengers Annual 10 with this storyline. It's supposed to have been... It was written by Chris Claremont. It was supposed to be issue 24 of Miss Marvel's first series before it was canceled. So... there we go. That's why you want to put that on. Now, speaking of Marvel Superheroes, 2nd series, this is the winter special, or number 8, I believe it is. But this is the first appearance of Squirrel Girl. As we all know, this book is just shot up. However, this book has been hot for a long time. I've known about this book for, I want to say close to a year. And it's just been one of those sleeper underground books, but the people that knew about it were willing to pay some money for it. So with that being said, I thought I would look at some... Now, with Squirrel Girl garnering this much attention, Marvel is really starting to push this character because of the success of Rocket Raccoon. They're going to put her into her own series and whatnot. And so I thought I'd point out some Squirrel Girl issues other than this one that you might want to look for. This is GLA, or Great Lakes Avengers Misassembled. This is the 2nd appearance of Squirrel Girl from what I understand. And not only that, but in this book, Dinosaur dies in that book. Another one that, since how Squirrel Girl garnered so much attention, is she became the nanny of Luke Cage's and Jessica Jones' baby, which makes her first appearance in Pulse number 11. Danielle, the baby of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, makes her first appearance there. And lastly, this book is, if you've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as you going back to that Mockingbird, this character is going to make an appearance in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Speedball. Not only that, but Speedball is going to be the love interest to Squirrel Girl's new series, apparently. So you might want to pick this book up. This is his first appearance. It's Amazing Spider-Man Annual 22. So this is going to be part 1. Please look for part 2. This is Vin Cruz signing off.